Hello anatomy students. I intended to do this lab in my lab in the science room, but unfortunately yesterday I fell somewhat ill, and I'm kind of half quarantining right now, trying to stay away from people for the most part, so I didn't go into work today. And what I will have for you is kind of a virtual urinary system lab, and there's no real questions to do for this. I will say that I will put this link in the description of the video. Hopefully I remember to do that. I just wanted you to see that the things which we talk about in class have been learned through extensive hours of research and through many years worth of data collection. And here's just one website which helps us to discover these things. And so here is a kidney, the overall structure, cross-section, and this is a kidney of a monkey. And you have the cortex, dark region, the medulla, the lighter region, as well as some of the smaller regions within it, such as the renal pelvis. Here is another one. This is the kidney itself, and you have the renal corpuscle, and you have the Bowman's capsule, which is a great picture of the Bowman's capsule here. Encloses all of this stuff here, this network of vessels, which is the glomerulus. This glomerulus is within the Bowman's capsule, and has a couple other pretty cool pictures. It has a fetal kidney with developing cortex. It has some of the tubules already in development, even while the kidney isn't necessarily doing most of the filtration.
Hey, give me just a second. I had a question.
Well, after like a zillion years of Skype calls, I'm back. And we only have a couple more things to take a look at. Here's the ureter, the tube which leads urine to the urinary bladder. This is the cross section. You can see the path which the urine can take. You have here the adventitia, which I don't know if we talked about or not, but generally adventitia deals with the loose connective tissue, particularly the outside of those tissues. You also have this is a cross section. This is just a elongated section, so you can see how it is very much so like a like an elongated tube, which is of course perfect for carrying something. Here is the bladder, and the urinary bladder, of course, is, you can see that it's a little bit thicker, and that's good because it has to hold urine for possibly a long period of time. And you can see how it is transitional epithelium, 3 to 5 cell layers, which can stretch out or condense if needed, and that just depends on what it's how much urine it's holding. You also have some of the other layers we didn't necessarily talk about, but you can see you can see how unique its makeup is, and how each of these purple dots is a cell which makes it up. And here is the relaxed epithelium. This is when you don't have a lot of urine in the bladder, and then this is the stretched out epithelium, which can hold more. So anyway, I hope you found this somewhat helpful. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do the lab work in the lab today. I had some pretty cool images of this to show, but it is kind of less work for me, and so I'm going to focus on feeling better. You guys focus on starting chapter 16 tomorrow. What a whirlwind that will be. So anyway, I hope you have a good day, and that these slides were enlightening to you.